Hi, I'm Disdon. I'm gonna be doing Symphony of the Night on PS4, the Requiem version. It's very much similar to the regular Symphony of the Night run. Still has relic skip, still has Richter skip. It just makes the death skip super easy. Like literally I only get to do one input. Timing starts on movement, so I'll start the cutscene and get into the game, and I'll do the countdown from there. So, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we start off with Richter. For those familiar with Symphony of the Night, you'll know that you start off with the lovely last bit of Rondo. The boss fight with Dracula. There's a little bit of RNG involved in this, as in where he spawns. As long as he's on the right side of the screen, shouldn't be that bad. It's Dracula. It's Dracula. It's no big deal. About 45 seconds. That's about normal for me. That scene's kind of a pain in the butt. It really is. But yeah, the majority of the game you play as Alucard, unless you enter in one of the other names. For those who know, backdashing is fast, but shield cancel backdashing is faster. So we're just gonna get through these first couple of screens, and then we're gonna do our first skip. In the other versions of this game, on Xbox Live Arcade or the original PlayStation, you'd have to do something called Neutron Bomb Skip. We're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna walk up here, and then we're gonna fuck, I fucked it up. We're gonna have to do that again. I did 5 practices, and that's the first time that I've failed that skip. Basically, the only thing that happens is you're gonna wind up with death will not even appear. So start over. That's why I gave myself extra time. Because sometimes the game wants to be a pain in the butt. It happens. It happens. But yeah, again, doing the Dracula fight. But yeah, all you do is backdash out of that room, and you're good. Sometimes that's what happens. You know? You wind up in a situation where, you know, Dracula is just a butt.
Count Dracula had risen.
And his minion decides to be like, yo, nah, we're not gonna do it this time. But that's okay, I built it in for... Yep. Yeah. It's Symphony of the Night. Like, unless I was doing glitchless, you have to keep your gear. So it's one of those things where it's like, you screwed up a couple times, it's fine. There we go. Got it second try. And then the music disappears because it thinks that you're in the cutscene. That's fine. It'll come back after we switch to the next area. But yeah, you just backdash out of that room and it works or it doesn't. That's the death skip for you. Oh. Yep. It happens. It's Symphony of the Night. What do you expect? You know, this game's so broken, it's not even funny. I don't know how they broke it harder every time that they ported it somewhere else, but they did it. Alright. So, now we're in the actual game. As stated before, the shield dash, fastest movement until you get the bat, and then you can wing smash, and that's really fast. Okay, well, whatever. And I don't need it anyway. But we're coming up on our first boss fight. It's the only boss fight that doesn't explicitly utilize a glitch. So it's actually somewhat skill and RNG based. And I kind of got a fast one. Oh, fuck you, Slagra. Slagra was just kind of a pain in the butt. One of the hits must not have registered. But that happens. Also, lol, the last runner's info's still up. Yeah, Disdonnplays is where I'm at. They can't get it in their screen cap, but I'm wearing, for Halloween, I'm wearing my Trevor Belmont Netflix costume today. Hey! Bad Axe Knight! Very bad. What's RNG? The thing that I forgot to pray for earlier, that's what. The thing that makes all these flea men bounce around like idiots.
Wait.
Now that we're this far, I'm going to explain that there's a thing that we might be able to do, or we might not be able to do. It's... Ah, fudnuggins. It's called the Clock Rush. If you're able to get back to that clock room, within 9 minutes from the first start of the game. What the Okay, probably not gonna make the clock rush, but if you get back there a fast enough time, you'll be able to just keep continuing the run. Otherwise, you gotta wait for the entrance to open up again. Oh. Thanks! Not gonna do things fast then. I mean, it is luck. It's luck, but it's based on the ones and zeros that program the game. Random numbers that the game picks to determine what boss patterns you get, what enemy patterns you get. Ah. Figure I get stuck on a ledge. Did not press the jump button hard enough. Right. Now the next boss fight's gonna be Doppelganger. Three. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's one of the few bosses that actually does react to the stopwatch. Also, yep, definitely not making the clock rush. The fog shows up if you're really slow. Usually the fog won't show up if you're fast. I said usually. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see. I have no clue. Okay, I'm definitely sure I'm screwed. That's fine. The longer I take, the less time we have to wait at the clock. And I didn't get the swag. There's like a 2-second time save there that's swag. Basically, if you just backdash right as you're leaving the door, you'll backdash into the open door, and then it'll push you down into the thing. Okay. There we go. That is possible because of when you are running on the stairs with the wolf, it will preserve your momentum. So if you run on the screen before, it'll preserve your momentum. Oh, come on. And from that preserved momentum, you can make that jump when you're not supposed to. Also, yes, we do hope for a cure for that. It is definitely something that is not very well known yet, but the closer we get to a cure, the better off it'll be for those who suffer from BDKL5 epilepsy. Is that the proper abbreviation or whatever that is? As somebody who suffers from multiple health problems myself, there's way too many to name. Really is. And we didn't make the clock rush. And now would be a great time for somebody to, you know, nations or something. Got about 40 seconds to wait. But yeah, basically, if you can get back to this room within a certain amount of time, you won't have to wait for it to open back up. But, I mean, even pros mess this up on marathons sometimes, so. And here we go. Back at it. So what we did was we used the fact that when you do the dive kick, you can break and bounce off of torches. So that allowed us to gain just enough extra height to skip to the Coliseum. If we were doing this the intended way, we would have had to go back to the clock tower where we're going to go after all this fun stuff. And what we would be doing would be grabbing the double jump. But I mean, it's way more fun to dive kick a torch, you know? Alright, so this is exploiting the fact that these enemies don't move until the cutscene is over. And, technically all runs are done on New Game Plus, so that you can skip the cutscene. You just have to beat the game once and have a save game that has beaten the game. So that way you can skip all the cutscenes during the game. And those enemies don't move until after the cutscene's supposed to end, so they stand still. If you skip the cutscene, they stand still until that point. There you go. Yeah, there's supposed to be a There's a spell that you can use to clear these guys out, but it's sometimes hard to get. Because it's, all the spells are basically, fighting game combos. And now we have the Shield Rod and the Alucard Shield, which is going to be our template for the rest of the game. Because there's a lovely little glitch. Well, it's intended, but because we skipped the cutscene with death at the beginning and kept all our gear, we have late game gear, early game, which is not intended. The Shield Rod interaction with the Alucard Shield makes you very, very powerful. It basically instant kills everything, as you are about to see. Because you press square and circle, and you are able to bring out the shield. With the Shield Rod, you just annihilate enemies with your shield. It does 255 damage per second to everything it touches. So, I mean, you know, that's very, very, very helpful. Into the problem I was having earlier, where buttons aren't gaming. Alright, now we have all of the things that we need. In the original PlayStation version, we would be doing an item glitch right now, but we cannot do that item glitch in this version. So instead, we just sell 2 gems for 8,000 and go from there. Now we're going to utilize that carry through. Well, that didn't quite work. Wing smash is hard, yo. But we used the carry through of that momentum to help. There we go. That's deep. See, we don't have the fog anymore. Because I'm fast now, apparently. I honestly don't know anything why the fog comes and goes. It's just a weird thing about the game. Blame Iga. This is all Iga's bad programming anyway. It's his fault that this game is so glitchy. And how he can break it so hard for speedruns. Like what I'm about to do right now. Oh wait, nope. I didn't save. The first time that you go to a save point and save, it automatically does save for you. You're not allowed to cancel. So I gotta save and then I can do the out of bounds. Basically what I just did was I manipulated my XY value by backdashing into the wall and then saving without saving enough times that it just adjusted my XY value to where I was no longer on that screen. And now we get the clock tower, which is awesome music, but it's a really, really, really annoying spot because of the harpies. Alright, that is the worst screen in the game done. Second worst screen's coming later, though. That's another weird glitch. Doing a wing smash through that doorway, you will oftentimes wind up hitting an invisible wall. Second boss that we're going to be using this on. 2 hits. Bam. Done, son. Alright, and now we're gonna do Richter skip. This is actually a lot easier than it originally was. You just line up your wolf and run. Second try. Nice. And that's Richter skip. There's an invisible wall there that locks your camera. If you are unlocked, you can skip the cutscene. So it's literally just, you know, doing thing. My wing smashes are bad today. I can't infinite wing smash to save my life. That's fine. We could do out of bounds for this, but it's too risky. It's so risky, the world record holder Rom Scout didn't even do that out of bounds for this part. Okay, I got 2. 3. I got 3 in a row. It's not always that easy to do the infinite wing smash. Because it's all about timing. Alright. Going to wing smash through this corridor. And then say hi and bye to Medusa. Hi Medusa, bye Medusa. Okay. We will see how my mana is. I might need to use my Mana Prism early. Or I'll just walk. Yeah, walking was safer. This is now the second worst room in the in the run. Because coming up we've got these gargoyle dudes that are so annoying. Okay. Yep. I did not get through there in enough time, so God, this is hard. Ah, come on. Get out of my way! These gargoyles are very annoying because if they hit you, they can make you berserk by continually stabbing you with their stupid spears. It is frustrating. Because you can waste a lot of time in that room if you just get bad patterns. And now we're in the inverted Coliseum. And I... Alright. Now. Pray for me. Almost at the end here. Another out of bounds. One more out of bounds glitch is left, and hopefully it behaves itself. It hasn't been behaving itself today. It's called the relic skip. And if I can get it, I will be surprised. Because I've been feeling my nerves giving me trouble. Alright. Okay, so we go up. We're blocked from going to the end. On game. Thank you. Then got one out of bounds clip to do here. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm in trouble. Nope. I did not do it at the right time. I'm gonna give myself a couple of shots before I resort to my backup save. But as stated before, out of bounds, you're manipulating your X value to where right here, it's going to think that I'm in the middle of the spot between the two screens. Which is, you know, good. It's good for the game to, you know, break and think that way, but it's just being a complete pain in the butt today. I don't know why it's not. Yeah. It is not behaving. I'm going to the backup. But basically what I was supposed to do was I will bring up the map. And where I'm at right now, when I manipulate the X, Y values, I wind up in that white line between the two screens. And while doing that, if you turn into a bat while you're transitioning screens, you wind up on that white line in that long room below you. And then you can fly over and then wing smash up and to the left into the other save room. But it requires, you know, the usual frame perfect, pixel perfect, all that fun stuff. And because it's being a pain in the butt, and I don't want to hold you guys up, go into my save where I don't have to worry about it. But I would have wound up in this room. But everything's still the same. Hopefully I can get the shaft skip. Show that off. It's kind of RNG. It's one of those ones where it's like, you get it or you don't. I didn't. Basically you can just skip this cutscene and boss fight. It saves like 30 seconds. Because you can go straight into the final boss cutscene. And because of the Alucard shield and the shield rod, this boss fight ain't nothing. Like, hey, it's your final boss dad fight. You just fly up to the top. You have your Alucard shield and your shield rod. You just 237, 237, 237. Just bam, done. Time. That is Symphony of the Night. That is a dead Dracula. Sorry I wasn't able to get the relic skip, but that's why you have backup saves. Because if my timing's like off by a couple of frames, I could be there for hours without getting it. Or I could have gotten it the next try. You know, it's one of those skips that's just kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. But yep, Alucard has murdered his father, gotten rid of his daddy issues. Castle's gone.
Alucard, you're all right.
And yes, this is the
Your own father? It's my fault.
the
If I hadn't been so
Vita
busy, I
version,
wouldn't be here.
Dracula X Chronicles.
I had my
They redid all of the voices, so
It couldn't have been easy.
It wasn't. But remember, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph
it's for good men to do nothing.
So what now, Alucard?
The blood in my veins is cursed. It's best for the world if I disappear.
And now Alucard goes to Japan, changes his name, and shows up in a couple hundred years with the Circle of the Moon and
Well, are you going after him or not?
Harmony of Dissonance and
Sorry.
can't remember what the other one on the DS was.
It's all right. Hurry up and catch him. If anyone can save him, you can.
Thank you, Richter, for everything.
Thank you, Maria.
But yep. Back when Konami still made games and not pachinko machines. Thanks for having me, everybody. I've been Disdonnplays. I speedrun Castlevania 3, Symphony of the Night. I also do Untitled Goose Game, Karate Kid. Gonna be doing Hollow Knight shortly. I do things. Have a great one, everybody.